Very pleased to support a terrific organization that has done some great work helping out people in New Jersey, whether it was a family that lost their home due to just a crazy flood that happened over the summer, or recently a spectacularly successful book drive that was meant to help one of our children's hospitals here in New Jersey. The International We Love You Foundation does just great work, and I'm real pleased to work with them and help them out in their various causes across our state. I have a guest with me this morning in the WCTC studio. He is the Vice President of Global Partnerships of the group, and he's here to talk more about the foundation and their work and how you can get involved as a volunteer, and maybe there's something with the We Love You or the International We Love You Foundation that you might be able to help them out with. So it's great to welcome John Power to the show this morning and with me in the studio. Good morning, John. How are you?
Oh, doing great. Thanks, Bert, for having me.
Congratulations to you and the foundation for your remarkable work, because any group that just helps people, that takes people in a worse situation, whether it's a disaster that's happening on the other side of the world or a family close to home that all of a sudden loses everything, when a foundation like yours kind of rallies the troops and goes into help mode, I really like that and helps out people. But talk about how the foundation got its start and what the mission of the foundation is.
Yeah, sure. Our foundation, We Love You Foundation, started in 2001 and by our chairwoman, Jang-gil Ja, and it started with pretty much her, by herself, helping her neighbors and getting involved in the community. Not many people know much about the history of South Korea, but it was a very impoverished country for a long time, ruined by war. And as a result, there's a lack of food, lack of education. And our chairwoman started, and it just started a volunteer fever around the world.
And something like that, it's remarkable how sometimes such a small, humble beginning for something that kind of takes on this global sort of massive effort. And it's something as simple as just helping people around you in need. And it's remarkable how that grows around the world and has stretched into the United States and even right here in New Jersey and has helped out people recently, which is pretty spectacular.
Yeah, the idea, motto behind the International We Love You Foundation is to have a mother's love. So a mother's love is really all about, caring for their children. And a mother never, ever forgets even the smallest little pain of her child. So we shouldn't forget the pains of those around us. We should always be aware of different difficulties people might be facing and really try to help anybody in any kind of need.
That's how it's done. And my first introduction into the foundation, I guess, goes back into the summer where we've had these crazy sort of rainstorms that would just kind of pop up out of nowhere. And there was a weekend storm, if I got the dates correctly, where there was a car dealership that actually cars were washed from the lot, right off the lot and into a river. And imagine these cars kind of like drifting and hitting a bridge abutment and damming the water and creating this flooded situation where a neighborhood was now all of a sudden faced with this incredible flood. I can see it like it just happened yesterday.
Yeah.
It was almost surreal. This was like the Wayne and Little Falls area where this happened, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was really disastrous. And, homeowners living in that area would never expect something like this were to happen.
Yeah.
It was just one of those perfect storms that took place, perfect conditions, and around 30 homes were affected by the flood. And, we were able to help out 24 of them.
Wow.
And the other 6 were condemned, so there wasn't anything to do there. But the community was really happy, and they were all united through these kinds of activities, and everyone was really positive.
So, not only was it neighbors helping out other neighbors in that case, the We Love You Foundation kind of dropped everything and mobilized. And at that point, you went into action to help out these families.
Yeah, it was great. We were able to mobilize around 250 volunteers, and they went into the homes with the permission of the homeowners, and we started gutting out all their drywall, all their flooring, because that kind of stuff takes weeks to do, and it's very expensive. And plus, bringing in a human element also encourages them when they see that kind of that willingness to help each other. Brings up a good humanitarian spirit.
Yeah, and just when you kind of rally the troops and it's like, okay, these are people that they have nothing. I mean, they went to bed last night with everything, and today their entire worlds are upside down. We're talking about families. We're talking about kids. People that have lived in this neighborhood for years and years. It's almost like their entire lives were wiped clean and they got to start over.
Right.
And to have the International We Love You Foundation there for them, I'm sure the first thing is, well, what do you need? What are your immediate needs? What do you need right now? Do you have clothing? Do you have food?
Right.
Do you have a place to sleep? Do you have something? And then we'll help out with, like you said, working in the homes, tearing out the flooded carpets and doing what needs to be done there, because sometimes you wait a long time if you're going to wait to have someone come in and do it. To have this group come in and as volunteers help out these people at their absolute last moment. It's a remarkable feeling, I bet, for the people that were kind of uncertain about what their futures were going to be like.
Yeah, and it's a remarkable feeling for us too. We love this feeling, seeing their faces light up, seeing their lives being restored again. For us, it's a great feeling, and you don't get enough of it. It becomes very addictive, where you just love to come in and help people.
It's like, who can we help next? Exactly. And we know that the best thing to give people in times like this, John, of course, cash and gift cards, and it's the one-size-fits-all thing. And you were able to give some of these families some monetary donations and help them get back on their feet, right?
Yeah, we were able to help them out. Well, a lot of members came together. We went through social media and different things, and people came together to help, and it was really a successful event.
It's a remarkable organization. It really is. Someone listening today that maybe wants to get involved as a volunteer or maybe help out on one of the projects that's happening around the world, John, how do they begin that process?
Well, they can first go online to our website at USA.org. So it's WELOVEUUSA.org. And then also they can follow us on all the social media, Facebook, Twitter, things like that. And then just go in there. You can see a place where you can join, and we can send information. And also they're more than welcome to stop by our office anytime in Oradell.
So the Jersey and the East Coast operations are run out of Bergen County, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so this, our, like you said, East Coast organization is centered in Oradell. So we do events from Maine all the way down to Florida, all along the eastern coast, and right here locally in Bergen County.
Awesome. We'll come back. We'll spend some more time with John Power coming up, including a book drive that is going on. When you talk about getting books, how about thousands of books that are donated to a children's hospital, thanks to the incredible work of the International We Love You Foundation. We'll talk about that coming up next. It is 8:20. We're back on Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. John Power is here this morning, Vice President of Global Partnerships for the East Coast region of the International We Love You Foundation. And with a name like that, you know they do great things, right? You can get some more information on them by visiting their website, USA.org. And it's international work. It's work right here in New Jersey, helping out families recovering from floods. Who knows what the next natural or disaster is going to be. I think about the families in Elmwood Park now following that devastating fire. Well, the International We Love You Foundation is right there, ready to go if there's anything that those people need. So the work continues to be just remarkable. And, John, I got word some time ago about the idea about, collecting some children's books. Nice thing to do. There's a hospital, part of the Hackensack Meridian Health Network, of which WCTC works very closely with in Edison at JFK Medical Center, and now with the Carrier Clinic in Somerset, who are now underneath that Hackensack umbrella. One of the children's hospitals in Bergen County, the Joseph M. Sanzari Children's Hospital, said, can we get some books donated for us?
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, did the books come in. Talk about this book drive and the remarkable success that you've seen with it.
Sure. Yeah, we did an event with them in 2017. It originally started as a toy drive. And then, because we have some volunteers who work at the hospital, and then we decided to work with the Children's Hospital again, do another drive, but this time we felt, let's do books. One of the United Nations SDGs, which is a Sustainable Development Goal, is to have quality education for all people. So that includes children. Sometimes we don't think when children go to the hospital, they miss out on school for weeks or months at a time.
Sure.
So providing these books for them is a way for them to get a quality education, even though they're not in school. And we were able to collect 2,000 books.
That's
it was really great. Yep.
Maybe we'll get a couple hundred books or so.
Yeah.
We got thousands of books. That is remarkable.
Pallets of books, right?
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Just a remarkable turnout. A lot of these came from just private citizens that wanted
Exactly.
to buy a few books or had some books and donated them, and
Right.
you wound up with thousands. That's incredible.
You should have seen us trying to sort those books.
I could imagine.
We were until like 4 o'clock in the morning sorting them from age group. But it was wonderful. It was great. We know that the kids are going to love it. I know it means a lot to them. And when they read the book, they can take it home as a part of
sure, they get to
the
keep
personal
it.
library. Yeah.
Excellent. I could imagine contacting the officials at the hospital, and you say, okay, we're ready to bring the books over. You got room for 2,000 books?
Yes. We had to bring in all kinds of carts and dollies and stuff. And
wow.
It was logistically, not easy, but
But
was
worth
great.
it, boy. When you
Exactly.
see a kid in a hospital that doesn't have anything, just to give them a book with maybe a superhero or
Right.
a cartoon character, just the look in their face that wow, I got somebody really cares about me and gave me this book here.
Absolutely.
That had to be a remarkable thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was really good.
We do a toy drive with the hospital, one of the hospitals in New Brunswick here, and I'm telling you, first thing I do is I get all my tears out of the way. First thing I said, okay, I'm going to see kids in a hospital. Let me go cry my eyes out in the corner. I don't want anybody to see me because they're going to make fun of me, and then I'll say, okay, I'm here to help people now.
Wow.
So, and I'm sure for the foundation, it's got to be sometimes just an emotional thing when you see people kind of at their worst, John. But you're there to help them, and that better days lie ahead for them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I encourage anyone who sees these kinds of drives going on, just do what you can.
Yeah.
Because there's just a need everywhere for help. That's one of the things when you start doing volunteering, you get to realize how much need there is in our communities and around the world.
It's very true. Yeah, when I look at people that do feeding kids and hunger projects, and it's like you feel good that you got a bunch of stuff, but you know what? The next day, the same people are going to be hungry again, and the process kind of just continues along. That's why you need more and more people and more volunteers
Exactly.
and more good people that are there to make a difference. So if someone, again, wants to get involved as a volunteer, or maybe they're aware of a situation, John, where maybe there's some people or a group of people, a community that's really kind of facing some hard time, how do they reach out to you and kind of make that connection?
Yeah, they can, again, go to the website at weloveyouusa.org and get in contact. We have a link there to contact us. They can call our office or send an email, and we will love to look at what we can do for them.
Wonderful. And you can follow that website and all the great social media, too. There'll be other events coming up this year that they're going to ask for your involvement in. And if you want to get involved as a volunteer or support them some way, it's a wonderful organization. And as a guy who has helped them out, we've done books. We've done some things with the families that suffered those floods. I am pleased and proud to continue to assist the We Love You Foundation in any way that I can. So we're looking forward to some great things in 2019. John Power, thanks for being here today, and really congratulations to everybody at the foundation. There were some volunteers who came by here last week in their staff shirts, and they picked up books, and we took some nice pictures in here, but they even taught me the secret handshake, the We Love You dance.
Yes.
They actually taught me that.
Oh,
So
wow.
as soon as they send me the video, I'm going to put it up on our Facebook page. But
Wonderful.
part of the initiation process
Exactly,
is
yeah.
learning the dance. So, but thank you for being here today, and continued success, and I'm sure we'll talk again, but you're making such a difference in so many people's lives. But to you and to all the volunteers, congratulations and keep it up. And I look forward to seeing you guys again.
Thank
Okay.
you so much, Bert, for having us.